Hi everybody, I've been thinking about climate risks and resiliency, how floods, fires, and heat waves are changing our real estate world. Let's be honest, when most people fall in love with a home, they think about the kitchen island, the mountain views, the curb appeal, not about flood zones and wildfire maps. But lately, those fine print details are becoming something to seriously take into consideration. Across the nation, climate risks, things like flooding, wildfires, and extreme heat waves, aren't just environmental concerns, but they are shaping home values, insurance rates, and even loan approvals. In other words, Mother Nature has just entered the housing market. If you're buying, selling, or just trying to understand what's happening in your community, it's worth knowing how these risks influence real estate and what you can do about it. Let's talk about flood risks. Flood risks are nothing new, but the frequency and velocity change the rules of the game. In many parts of the nation, properties that never flooded before are now seeing unusual high water levels. FEMA has been updating its flood maps, and that can suddenly shift a home from a safe zone to a special flood hazard zone, which often means mandatory flood insurance for buyers. Here's the kicker: flood insurance isn't cheap, and lenders require it in high-risk flood zones. A new MAP designation can change a previously affordable home to an out-of-reach for some buyers. For sellers, that might mean adjusting pricing or highlighting resiliency upgrades such as raised foundation, proper drainage, or flood vents, and that is to reassure potential buyers. So when thinking of buying property near waters, check FEMA's Flood Map Service Center or ask for the latest risk data. A few minutes of research can save you a big headache and hefty premium later. Let's talk about wildfire zones. It's really hard to beat a mountain or canyon view until fire season hits. In the West and parts of the South, wildfires risk has become a hot button issue. Many insurance companies are pulling out of high risk areas, and those who remain are charging very steep premiums or requiring extensive mitigation measures before issuing the coverage. Buyers are now asking, will I even be able to get insurance here? That's a big shift from a few years ago when fire risk felt like a distant maybe. Some homeowners are taking proactive steps. They are creating defensible spaces or installing amber-resistant vents or using non-combustible materials. These improvements not only make the home safer, but they can qualify for owner's insurance discounts or special wildfire resilient certificates. In parts of California, communities with strong fire prevention programs such as neighborhood fire breaks or hardscaping retaining value better than singular homes without these measures. Resiliency pays off. Here is one that's sneaking up on us: extreme heat waves. It's not as dramatic as flood or fire, I admit, but heat waves have long-term effects on livability, energy costs, and subsequently local economics. Cities are mapping nowadays urban heat islands. These are areas that stay hotter because of dense pavements and limited tree covers. So buyers are starting to notice the difference between a home shaded by mature trees versus home baking in the sun all day long. Appraisers are noticing it too. Neighborhoods that can handle rising temperatures through green space, efficient building materials, and cooling infrastructures are becoming way more desirable. Think of heat wave resiliency as the new curb appeal. A home that's cooler, shaded, and energy efficient feels better and holds value way better as well. So what can you do with all this information? I suggest do your homework. Use tools or apps like Climate Check or your local hazard maps. Talk to your insurance agent earlier in the process. Don't wait until you're in escrow to find out that coverage is limited or sky high. I really hope that helps in light of what's going on out there And if you have any questions, please feel free to call me. I'm out there almost 24/7. I'll sleep every once in a while. Anyways, talk to you next time. Take care.